Hi, how's it going? Welcome in. How you all doing? We're having a good time. I think I said that twice. It's been a long day. I apologize. We don't do that here. Oh, now I'm pissed. Yes, hi everyone. Congrats on getting first stitch, congrats on getting second daddy, and congrats on getting third dits. I hope you're all doing good. So good evening to you too. Hi Aura, how are you? So sorry for the sorry that we're starting a little bit, or that the starting soon screen lasted a long time. I got a call about my car insurance that I needed to deal with, like right after going live, which is like really fun and cool, and I love that. Nice. Also, hi Puppo. I don't know why you're throwing things at me. I didn't do anything wrong yet. Yes, everyone's day's been going good so far. If you haven't seen it already, there is a new video out. You should go check that out. It's in the pinned comment about how Overwatch is the game that will never die. Also, since that video came out today, because you'll notice that I've had Sunday as my release day all year, and so far I think all of my videos have come out on Monday because I haven't had the coherent ability to actually follow my own schedule. Let me see, it was January 12th, which is a Monday, then January 19th, another Monday, February 2nd, a Monday, and now February 9th, another Monday. So yeah, at this point, Monday is my release day. Hopefully gonna get one out on Sunday next week, but we'll see, because at this rate, this is just how it goes. It always takes me longer to export shit than I expect. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be continuing with Danganronpa. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. Also, thank you for the hydration check. I didn't even notice. How did I miss? No, whatever. I'm dumb. Not really. Videos, I mean, like, it's not like there's like a uniquely good or bad day to put them out, I think. Like, I think I used to aim for Friday nights. I don't know why I don't really do that anymore. I've been aiming for Sundays because it's the one day I know I have off of work, which is why I don't, like, it makes it harder to put out a video on a day when I do work, because then it's like, I have to basically rush home and immediately be focusing on that, or like, have it scheduled to go live as I'm leaving. But, oh well. The important thing is it's out there, and so far people are enjoying it, which is nice. In the meantime, oh, so that is recording, right? Yes, okay, perfect. So, for people who have forgotten, we are at the beginning of the second trial of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Hold on, now we need, where is this? Where is that scene? I hadn't put any thought into it because I didn't commission this. It was a gift to me from Penelope. It was very, very nice. And then I had literally not thought about that a single time in my life until you mentioned it just now, and now I'm lost. I mean, I think kind of only really with the one in the top left, kinda, because one of them's tipped over, but even then, I think it's not lost enough, you know? Yeah. Also, speaking of, Penelope's also designing a gun for me, which I'm very excited for. Also, hold on, we'll go back to the Danganronpa scene. I keep needing to use those scenes more, and then I just kind of forget that they exist, but they are very nice. Is it gonna show it? Yes. Okay, perfect. You know, also I was gonna say, I got some new art that I used for the schedule this week. I just wanted to show off really quickly because Rain did a very good job getting it done very fast. Yeah. Great minds and all that. Yeah, so this was the art that Rain did for me. It says Mizuki, which I think only started like a few days ago. It's very, very good. There's also a hat-on version. Yeah, no, Rain, because as soon as this happened, or as soon as the character was announced, I was like, I want art dressed like this, and I don't know who. I was like, I don't know who I know who can like draw it fast enough that I can afford, because there are lots of artists who will do like rush comms, but like at some point I need to not spend all of my money. And so I was like going around and I was like trying to figure out who it would be, and then Rain Rain's doing a couple other pieces for me, so I was like, wait, maybe Rain would do it. And he did. And he did an extremely good job. I'm very, very happy with it. Go commission Rain. He's got some YCHs out right now too that are very good. Yes. Okay, let's set some skills because I know we've got some new ones now. Is this the only one that we got? Oh wait, no, they're not that good. This is the one that we got from Celeste, I guess. I mean, like, the servers are probably going to be a little bit crunchy tomorrow because they just kind of, you know, necessarily will be. There's a ton of people who are going to show up for it, so like, so be it. But like, I don't know. I think it won't be that bad because it's not going to be that hype, I think. Plus also it's a work day. I guess so was the first one, but either way, we'll see. I'm so excited to get to try Mizuki. He seems so fun. Also, his attitude is so fun to me too. Hey, Lunar. Yeah, let's go. I'm very excited. I like the trial streams the most because they're the ones that I don't have to try and voice act and hurt my voice.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Oh, right. I was going to check
but
if
you
there was
pick
any news
the
about
wrong
2x2.
one, then I'll punish
I'm still gonna be
everyone
here. My model's just not gonna
besides
move
the
for a sec.
blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Murder weapon! First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Oh, just still says 2026. It's not a more specific month. That's okay. Oh. Okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh wait, I keep forgetting that we don't have the consent.
Chihiro's fate. It appears it was.
Fuck me.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Should have known to wait for Yasuhiro to speak.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
What if I don't want to agree?
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
What is with his hand?
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Sure. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new elements been added to non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Probably. The white noise. Oh, okay. I thought we already had that. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
Hey, Ivysaur. Bitch, I can't believe you killed Chihiro. How could you do that?
Might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Killing Chihiro.
I
Jeez,
guess
Byakuya's
it's some
right
kind of
there.
confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget
I don't know
about
why
that
they
for
gave him
now.
a harness. Like, he isn't wearing a tie, he's just wearing a harness.
It outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack
What a
case
choice.
in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic,
Bloodlust.
and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Yeah, sure. Why don't I do it? Other characters of every Genocide Jack case was the world at large doesn't know. God, this is moving slow. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. Did I put this on easy mode or something? Why is it not...
I got it!
I didn't think I had.
Apparently,
But like...
in every genocide...
I don't think I can change that in here, can I? No, I don't think I would have put it on easy, because why would I? But also... Huh? Whatever.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
Well, I know, but the fact that it's giving me the hint and being like... It might have something to
However,
do with how the body was
Chihiro was
positioned.
most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit
Chihiro's
know
face
about
is
this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
It just feels especially grim. I don't know why.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Oh.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
Soft.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
Thanks,
What
Allie.
kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Oh my god.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's brutal for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? I can't believe we're not allowed to do, like, snowboarding through our brain. Oh, right. It's this one. Wow, we're... I forgot this was as early as it is. Oh, yeah, it's okay. What an insane... Just,
Now I understand.
like...
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that
Like, I don't
somewhere
think they
in the
use
file
that word
too.
in the description, like at any point in the...
They thought that the suspect might have,
God.
what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Like, schizophrenia
okay.
isn't the same thing.
But still,
so it's not even like they're
I
shortening
wouldn't say that about Miss Fukawa. Is
like
Perfectly
her
acceptable.
condition.
Toko's
I mean, I guess you
strange
could,
behavior
like,
after seeing the
you
body
couldn't put
is proof enough that she
dissociative
has
identity
a split
disorder.
personality.
But like, there's got to be a middle ground. One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality. It has to do with her behavior. Her behavior
I
changed.
got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally
like-
different than usual, right?
DID is just kind of like...
That's right. Think back.
I
She
don't know,
fainted
that's
when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and
just
then, when she woke up,
one of the most inexplicable decisions, I think, out of all of them. Fine, I'm fine. Was that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She said it real hard when she fainted. The world's a front and a back, a top, ending, and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. Quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention,
such a good
once she
line.
regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again,
say that to my
she
boss.
was utterly
I wonder how
calm.
she'd feel.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Which is all the proof you need to accuse her of being a
So
serial
when
killer.
Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah. That's like 3 videos ago. But yes, wait, hold on. Let me find that. Maybe I should have this one pinned as well. I mean, it's not the newest one, so I guess it's probably not the best choice, but like... meh. I'll put it in the chat. There we go. I wish I could have multiple pinned messages, but I think it only allows me to have one. Anyways. Don't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
God, Celeste, what a diva.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Honestly, it's weird that this is a second trial in this direct.
Yeah.
I get why they
How
didn't
can
rein
you
in the
know
first
all
one, but
this?
also, like...
I do
having it
believe
be
you
part of the first one would've
misunderstood
kinda
her.
been better.
What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
As opposed to the normal
She
conversations one
told
has with
me a
Toko.
most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You know what? Honestly, props to
Said
Aoi
you
for
wouldn't
standing up for
Tell
her.
anyone.
What?
Like,
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
yet another homophobic twink. They keep on happening. But also, like, God, I really wish I had gotten into this series at the right, like, at the time when it was newer. I feel like 16-year-old me would have gone fucking crazy for this shit. Like,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
hey, Queen of
how
Kings,
many
yeah,
times do I have to tell you?
Just
I never said that.
insanely.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Viaga, you're such a piece of
I
shit.
tried. I swear I tried to control it.
It is conceivable.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Like,
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person.
yeah, like, that's what I mean, is like,
don't mean.
like, I can imagine playing this when I was, like, if I had gotten into it at the right age, like, this was the first game, never heard of it. Like, imagine playing this game, like, release day. No one knew anything about it. And you're just getting blindsided left, right, and center. Like, fuck, that would be so... That vibe would be great. Also, yeah, new videos out. I would say pay attention in class, but I don't think I can convince anyone of anything at that point. But I don't, like, God, the voice acting, the characters, like... Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... I don't know, I know we've talked about it before, but, like, it's crazy how much Danganronpa got right. That's fair.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see? Yes. What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened
Mondo's
to
just so baffled as to what's
Not
going on.
Toko! That's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Also, I kind of forgot how long, like, or how hard they went with this right out of the gate. 'Cause she doesn't really act like this that much past that point.
intense?
Like they say, sound and murder is mind, sound and murder is body.
Oh, nice. I mean, it's always good to try. I think, to me, the most important, like, if you get motivated enough to start it, then it's worth trying. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's very
This
sweet.
one
I
is so
appreciate that.
different
Thanks
from
for
the
telling
one
me.
we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right?
Thanks for
to
that, Hog.
live is
Sorry, we
to
have to
hurt
still
other people.
Keep an eye on the comments.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Someone left a comment saying, "Girl, when did you become Twink Hazard?" That's so mean. I don't look like a thumb. There you go.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince
Wait,
you. This
one
murderous
is Quark?
fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Oh, you mean that it's the
Let's
same...
assume that Toko's secret
Hold on.
was about Genocide Jack.
Oh my god, the Canadian. And Fitzgerald. Yeah. Chie and Quark voiced some of Junko, Genocide Jack, Kurokuma, and Seiko. Oh. But only in the games. God. I'm terrible at spotting VAs.
If a secret like that
I've only started
came to
getting better
light,
at noticing with
Toko's
like
life would have undoubtedly
Greg
been
Chen
forever
and
ruined.
Allegra Clark. These Greg
So
Chen-
she had a
Greg
very
Chen
clear motive to
votes-
never have
or
that side
voices
of herself
horseshit.
exposed.
Dr. Harold Winston in the Overwatch cinematic for Recall.
Very, very,
Kind of hit me
very
like a sack of bricks when I was getting it.
Sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit!
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such
Thank you
a
for the
bizarre
sub, K-Bub.
fashion.
Maybe so, but
appreciate
nevertheless,
it.
it's the
Are they
truth!
watching the VODs of the streams? I really do.
Do you
I'm
really
hoping you're
expect
enjoying
any
them.
of us to believe you?
Yeah! I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Owie, you were just defend. You can be an ally, maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. what she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. Who needs more details in a murder investigation? Seriously, did I put this game on easy by accident?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
Oh wait, fuck, wrong button. I was trying to do the white noise.
Shoot.
Sorry, I promise I'm not stupid. That one was genuinely just a fuck up.
Anyone.
I don't know why I keep on assuming
You
that
say
the
that,
white
but
noise
do
button
you
is the
really
left
expect any of us to believe it?
click. And the other
Perhaps
button?
if you had an
There.
alibi, that
Perhaps if you
would
had an
change
alibi.
things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more
I think it's
proof
that one, but-
do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but
You say that, but
perhaps if you had an alibi.
when you compare the modus
Operandi match. What more proof do we need?
Ah, fuck, it was too late. God damn it.
give it up. You killed her.
I mean, we've had all of the most anti-vote stuff
you
so far.
say
Also, hi
that,
Daisy. I don't know if I
but
actually said hi.
If you had an alibi.
when you compare the
Modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Favorite cases? Yeah,
I
it's
think
certainly a
there's a
case.
slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Oh, same. Okay,
How's it
I
any different?
really like the voice acting is so
Oh,
good.
you don't
Kind of
know?
across the entire series, and I
Well,
really
then,
wish that
human
it,
garbage. Let me
really wish we got more of it in
tell you.
general. Also, I want to make a video at some point
I
about how many
murder
things
with
this game got right
passion
on the
and
first try.
conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let
Honestly,
me
kinda,
rephrase
yeah,
that
Daisy.
in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
One clear difference between the murders. Photos from the other Genocide Jack cases look at the neck and stomach. I see a clear difference.
I got it!
Like, genuinely, is this on an
For
easy
one,
difficulty? Like, why
the
is
cause
this
of death
so...
is different.
It keeps on giving me like an extra hint that's like, by the way, it's this.
In the Genocide
Like,
Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file,
isn't
they
it the
were
case
all
that it's all
apparently killed with
like boys you found
a
cute
pair
or
of
whatever?
scissors.
And it's only the
But
second case, but
Chihiro
we're
died
like
from a blow
a
to the
good
head,
few
right?
cases into it's never given me more than a single bullet to fire,
Yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
and it keeps on giving me like all these extra
Wouldn't it
hints.
be strange
I
for
don't know.
someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
They've honestly done a pretty good job of
then
getting
the
on top of the
arrangement
murder.
of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Like, this is a pretty mild response to that, honestly.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
What is Taco looking at in his portrait? This is really attached to suspending. The photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed with their hands. You'll see a clear difference. Yeah, like, see, this is what I mean. Is like, I thought usually they were just, like, you wouldn't get those last couple of sentences. I don't know. What was used to
I
suspend?
got it!
Because, like,
Do
usually it
you
wouldn't be like,
remember what
it's
the
something to
killer
do with
used to
this.
suspend
Like,
her?
I feel like I don't remember that being the case before. Or
They
maybe it
used
is. and I'm
some
just-
kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically,
Oh shit, I didn't realize
pairs
it
of
triggered a hype
razor-sharp
train.
scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Like, that's so many scissors. Surely you could, like,
Like I said,
catch her
I'm
on
a
the grounds of, like,
professional, so naturally I'm
who's
very
making
picky
all
about
these
the
fucking
tools I
scissors?
use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Thank you for
wrong.
the bits.
Big
I
Mac?
appreciate it.
Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Also, I love that they never
There's a
bother to try and give some
pattern
sort of
there,
like
just waiting to be
explanation for
discovered.
what's up with her tongue. She can just
Pattern?
do that.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that
And
little
thank you for the
lolly girl.
7 JD. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well too. The investigation is going. We've gotten past the first hurdle of this game being very old. But we're on to the second one. Or we're gonna get to the second one. Also, yeah. Chihiro was her lover. If they weren't fucking cowards, that would be the answer. You know what? If this game had come out with that, I think I could forgive a lot more of this chapter. But no.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all dudes. I'll say it. Big Mac definitely feels like an insult of like size. But I guess also when you're like as twinkish as Makoto is, there's no way that you're going to interpret it that way. But like, look at all those, like that's so many scissors to leave behind. Like she has to have just fucking boxes of them.
Guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
So much.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Alexa played Rotten Girl.
But now I'm on
and
the
it's
fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a
Literally
girl
Daisy.
and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Be
When an
non-problematic.
Italian
Or
chef suddenly start making ramen
fuck, I
just
can't
because
think
they're
of
both
anything.
noodles? Don't be stupid.
stupid.
I have too much
That's
passion
fine.
and conviction to cross that line.
Maybe.
It's the
That's hi,
absolute
Jenna.
reality of the one and only.
I mean, most of the boys who are in here would probably
We
like,
get it.
I mean, Byakuya.
You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
I mean, I guess
It's a different matter
only, like, one or
entirely
two that wouldn't fit it.
when you're forced to kill in order
No,
to survive.
Kodaka and like pretty much everyone Spike Chunsoft is like
Lolly car!
woke about a lot of stuff like in a
Cur?
positive
I would
way.
never kill
I mean,
for a reason as
like so
petty
much,
as mere
especially like the more recent
survival.
games that they've done have been a lot more
And
like let's all
if
have
by
some gay
fluke
people.
I did kill
But then
to
just randomly in
survive,
this one case, it was like they had to
why
purge it out
bother
of their
with the
system.
message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
That's actually also a very valid point. Why are we not just going based off of who's strong enough to lift it?
You couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da 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 da!
God.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I
Yeah,
have
that's
my
also a good
trusty
point, Kayla, where it's
scissors
like,
by my side?
because Genocide Jack hasn't been in control
Go ahead, tell
all
me I'm
day
wrong,
in
you
this
can't
scenario.
hang, you gutter dogs, all of you!
It's like, why bring the scissors?
Not to
See,
mention, I have no clue how to tie a
Daisy,
good
this is what
knot.
I'm saying.
So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
Because, like, there's somebody who's just making an industrial stockpile of these fucking scissors. Because she's killing a lot of people. And she's leaving, like, 5 or 6 pairs of scissors at every corpse. Like, do you know how many boxes of scissors you would need to do that, like, over the course of the year? Well, yes, we were just going over that. I think we were just talking about how we didn't recognize. Yeah, it's Shay and Quark from Virtue's Last Reward. But yeah, for real, like, especially because this has been going on for a while. And
I
like,
have no idea
she's
what's going on anymore.
Also, she's a celebrity.
Could such a
She's like a
heinous
very
villain
famous
really be
writer,
innocent?
and like a child prodigy and an ultimate. Like she is a celebrity by any measure in this universe. And there's nobody at like Staples who's like, hey, this kid keeps on like getting these giant shipments of custom-made scissors, accidental tools. But then that just begs the question of like, where does she have like this little metal cutting facility? Yeah, exactly. If she's making them herself, honestly, that's even less realistic. And also, she still has to order all these raw materials. There's someone who's like, damn, we're delivering a lot of stainless steel to this child who is a writer. Weird.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Not true.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer.
But they're
or
custom
whatever.
made for her, is the thing, Trinox. Remember? She's like, these are only for me. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Yeah, I see the story. Yeah, she's paying for the scissors and the yaoi. Bitch ass.
Here's my answer. Byakuya,
I
it's
choose to believe
possible
that she
you
wrote
could have
Jujutsu
found
Rivalry
out,
in this universe.
isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining
I mean,
access to
I think
classified
Monokuma would very
government
much so
documents
deliberately give
or
her her
internal
scissors.
police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
See, Caleb, I don't know about that one because, like, I think when you watch the anime, it's implied that no one else, like, she's still hiding because, like, obviously, like, her classmates didn't know. Like, this was a secret throughout their time at Hope's Peak. So, like, I think that Hope's Peak itself probably didn't know because it's also said, like, during the anime, like, they're aware that some of their students are a little bit weird, but in like a we don't fully know what their deal is, but like keep an eye on them kind of way, but not in like a like they don't actively. Well, I mean, they did recruit children to be the ultimate male and female escorts, so like maybe. No, I think that they would probably have drawn the line of Genocide Jack walking out and killing people as an ultimate, because then that makes them look bad.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
On air.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
Gotta remember, the people running Hope's Peak were just really busy experimenting on children. They didn't have time for this.
Oh, I'm on fire!
God,
Well,
she's so
Byakuya,
weird.
what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back
Actually,
and thinking about it now,
Did it start?
the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Daisy, nobody in the Danganronpa universe would blackmail someone over being gay. That'd be ridiculous. God. There's a locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very
It
strange.
is kind of crazy that the only like queer
Okay,
man
then.
in the series.
What's so strange about it?
The only time it's really
Go ahead.
acknowledged is just
Share with the
blackmail
rest
him.
of the class.
In a way that like deliberately caused the end of the world, or directly caused the end of the world. It's a clear contradiction of what Byakuya had just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. I need to make it clear to everyone. I think this is where we have to start stealing stuff. Ooh. Truth flashback. In a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button. Yeah, okay. Also, yeah, no, I love how the sprites stay where they were. Also, again, all of Celeste's sprites are so fucking good. Like, again, maybe I do want to make that video. I hadn't really thought about making one specifically about that, but I would love to make one about how Trigger Happy Havoc just like how so many of these things that it got or that it did were just like instantly the right choice. And I think when it comes to the character design is like maybe the most obvious example of that. Because like, how the fuck do you get Celeste and Sakura and Mondo and like and Junko, like just so many good fucking designs right at, like they can never get there. Like they could never catch up to it. I feel like with the future games, they tried and they had some really good ones, but like, God. Just kidding. Look, she's again, Alexa, play Rotten Girl by Hatsune Miku. What's the how's that one going on? Fuck, it's Dear God, I've come to repent my sins. Wait, no, fuck, I can't, how does it, hold on. Let's see, where is it? Also, I was showing my boss, because she was really excited about the Bad Bunny performance. Oh, it's Confessions of a Rotten Girl, not just Rotten Girl, I'm stupid. I was showing my boss Not Like Us because she was talking about the Super Bowl performance. And she was like, yeah, it wasn't even that controversial, because like, she's a big fan of, I don't know if she's a big fan of Bad Bunny, but she is Mexican, and she said like a lot of her family back home were watching and were like very excited. And she was like, I didn't even think it was all that controversial. Like, he was very mild. And then I was like, yeah, like compared to last year where like Kendrick was calling Drake a pedophile and telling him to kill himself on live television. She was like, what? I was like, and he didn't say the last part, but kinda. Yeah, it's Dear God, I've come to repent my sins. Let your blood wash me clean, for I'm a rotten girl. God, there's so many fun lines in here. Also, the fact that that one references a Danganronpa execution. Wait, hold on. What's the part where that is? It's the... Oh, yeah. Somebody please tell me what to do, because honestly, I just can't stop. I've been trying so hard and I can't stop. What would God think? And I know I'm supposed to be a good girl, but I just can't control it. Every time I see them, skin to skin, my mind goes. My mind goes. God, what a fun fucking song. I think I was talking about this on public, so I don't know if I didn't hear it. I've been learning the words to World Is Mine.
So, you said Byakuya was acting
like,
kind of weird before we found the body. But he was
because
acting weird.
next time I do a karaoke stream, I want to do more stuff in other languages.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker.
There was no time
right,
for...
yeah.
What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Is this the one that we steal? I know obviously these two contradict each other.
Presented with the opportunity.
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you
No, that's wrong.
Also, let me just... It got held for misogyny. Maybe trying to goon in Catholic school while being
I'll
executed
tell you what's so strange about that.
by a Monokuma who's lecturing her about...
Because up until we
Yaoi.
actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known
Also,
who
there's so
the
many
victim
good art
was.
pieces from that music video too.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see.
I feel like the only part of it that I don't really get is...
I must admit,
actually,
interesting.
Catholic school has given me an
Very
interesting approach to like the
interesting
Catholic
indeed.
guilt side of it because
But
I
your
understand it.
reasoning
I
is
just
still
never
too weak.
experienced it.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
I don't know why. Whenever I'm listening to that song and I try and sing along with it, I can't help my voice from trying to go way too high and it always hurts. It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Oh, cool. Thanks for
We
like...
just talked about the differences
not helping
between
me.
this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Okay, so we're not picking out a slur from the Random words. Okay, I think I must have put it on easy because we're like halfway through the second trial and it's still only giving me one option.
What? The difference between the cases?
All right, maybe it's because now
You
we
want
can
me to
still
explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
It drives me
Hey,
insane.
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Eat shit and
No,
die,
it's
you
wrong.
rich bitch.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord,
Like, look.
What?
It's
An
there.
extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Twice.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Okay, I think you guys can
And
hear
there's
that noise.
no
I don't know what the
way
fuck that
someone who
was.
uses that extension cord as much
Yeah,
as
there's
you
neighbors
do
are throwing things
wouldn't
that they
discover that
just
fact.
explode. I hate them.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took
Like-
the extension cord. I can't
'Cause
imagine
he-
any other possibility.
I mean, I know why he's kind of like this, but it also doesn't explain. Like, it's very 0 to
That's
100
really
for him.
what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this?
Like, keep in
I
mind, they've
killed
been here for
Chihiro
like
in the
4
girls'
days.
locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
From his perspective,
I intentionally
he
made
met
it
these
look
people
like
a
Genocide
long weekend
Jack
ago.
was behind it. Is that about right?
like, this is a lot. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. Yeah, he looks like really calm. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He
Why
kept
did I not
calling
like
this a
Genocide
game,
Jill
right?
more?
So he'd be totally willing to do something
I
like
didn't
this
like her
to
that much when I
win.
first played through it. I don't know why. Maybe I just wasn't like as prepared for her. She has a bit of an
Sorry,
acquired taste, I
but
guess.
could we hold on just a second?
I have to go to the bathroom.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you?
Wait, that all these
I
trials will
killed
be
her
over
in the
in like
girls' locker room,
10 minutes
then
if everyone was on the
disguised my
same
crime.
page.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, was I just now something's not right? Also, I was thinking about this the other day when I realized, like, I got the Mizuki art, where it's like, I think that's the first male character I've dressed up as for any art. I'm trying to remember actually if there was anyone else, like, at least in the art that I commissioned, but I don't know if there was. Hold on. I forgot to check it earlier when I was thinking about it. I apologize. Nobody for the 2.0. I think this is actually the first art I've gotten in like a character's outfit for the 2.0. I feel like I can see how Takami would have worked for some people, but yeah. Oh, I guess I got art in like a Fortnite guy's outfit one time. Did I get art in like any other men's outfits? Sorry, I know we're getting distracted again, but also these chapters are a lot shorter, and so I don't want to like end them in 10 minutes. Or an hour. Did I really not? Wait, I actually had genuinely thought that I had. But all I had, I think, is that Fortnite guy. I don't even think he has a name. Or he probably does, but not one that I know of. Yeah, I have a bunch of female characters' outfits. Dressed up as Junko, dressed up as Mew, dressed up as Widow, dressed up as Sombra. Dressed up as Naomi from Fusion Frenzy. I do have one dressed up as the guy from Dance Central from the Glitterati, but I don't know if that even counts. Let's see. I have one dressed up as Garu from New Carnival. Melina's not a man. That's the thing, is I'm looking for for male characters that I dressed up as. Oh, he's comms. In a file. These ones are in a 1.0 archive. Yeah, I dressed up as. Oh, I dressed up as I mean, I guess I wasn't really dressed up as a specific character, but kind of dressed as Takumi. I mean, it's not even really dressed as Takumi. It's just wearing the school uniform from 100 Line. I don't know if that counts. Are there any others? Oh, I do have a piece of art dressed up as the Kalis from a game, because I got like a scab thing at one point where it was just like a random art piece. But I think that might be it. Sorry, I'm almost through the list. Yeah, shit. I guess that's the only ones. In case I lost. Well, I mean, the thing is, I sometimes do forget about ones that I've gotten, and then I like go back and look through them. I'm like, oh, I never posted that shit. I have a bunch of really good ones that I've just never really remembered to post, and I feel bad about it. Anyways, sorry, we'll get back to the game. Yeah, Mizuki's like the first one I've gotten in a long time now, for sure. I should have gone to a point where there's like actually noise. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean you can just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? Almost never. I don't think so. There's something definitely off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed
But I have them all
Chihiro in the
sorted
girls'
by,
locker room, right?
They're all sorted by the artist.
But are you sure
so that I can
about
try to
that?
remember who to credit.
Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
It does make it hard to
How
find sometimes.
disappointing.
Means
What
it takes forever to
kind
look
of
through.
question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about
I
that.
still haven't played Ultra Spare Girls, and I kind of
How
don't
could
want
the
to,
scene
just
of the
'cause
crime have been anywhere else?
I mean, I've said it before. I think I would just.
Well,
I don't think there's any fun in watching
I think
someone
it's
know they're going to hate a
entirely
game.
possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Or the game
I
or the
believe
story
I
is
do.
also not good. Hey Byakuya, did you just take you off guard? The story suddenly moved to the crime scene. Byakuya had been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya had never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Or should I play somewhere else? Something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker rooms.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Why would girls like
your proof?
Why would boys
is
like
some
boy bands?
posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the
Sakura's
girls'
like,
locker room
no.
have a poster like that?
Fair, why would the
I
boys?
bet
this
those
is
massive
cool.
jugs of hers were totally fake!
Thanks, Jill. We appreciate it.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
Just move on without her.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boy's locker room.
Girls can't like girls.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were
silly.
switched?
And there's one other
Makoto, I
thing
can't
I
believe you're doing
noticed
combat.
about the
That's so
locker
problem-
rooms.
We're just being even more problematic in this chapter.
You
My
know what
God.
I'm talking about, right,
The
Sakura?
girls can't be lesbian, boys can't be musicians.
You're referring to my protein
They
coffee,
can't be part of the
aren't
BTS
you?
army.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet.
Hey, Leoto.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
If you've ever been around gym bros, mixing a bunch of like protein powder into coffee sounds like the most normal thing for them to do. It was moved. The shit stain on the boys'
I
locker
got
room
it!
carpet.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away.
The guy who lived across from me when I was in grade 10. He was in grade 12 in my dorm room, or my dorm. He was like crazy gym bro, worked out a ton. And he would play like mixing like powdered coffee or whatever it's called. I think, no, that's not the right. Instant coffee. Mix instant coffee with like cold water and creatine before a workout. I feel like the problem with doing protein is that you don't really want the protein before the workout, but you want the caffeine before the workout. That makes it a little bit weird. But he would also just dry scoop shit. And I think like anyone who can dry scoop is a sociopath. Because that's just like, it's just doing a cinnamon challenge to yourself. Which I feel like is kind of dating me, but like, it's such a like, it's just taking a big spoonful of powder. And if it's like pre-workout, it's like just chugging Kool-Aid powder, but worse because it's so chemically, like, it's like, oh, it's not good. And yeah, protein products, this is a whole separate rant. Anyone who makes a protein bar needs to die because there's no good protein bars. They all make you feel awful. They're all gross. You have to chew them for 8 million years. How is protein the one thing we haven't figured out how to make a decent supplement of? Like, they can make a fake burger taste like a real burger, but they can't make protein not awful. Like, there has to be a better way. Also, I don't know why protein doesn't ever come in like a pill form that or a capsule you can just like take so you don't have to make a whole drink out of it. But whatever. Anyways, an ad's about to run, and so we might as well just get that out of the way. And then we'll get back to it. Get down. It is... Thank you for the hydration check. I will drink some water while we're on the break. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I was thinking more about the protein thing while I was on my, or while I was getting a little bit of a break, and like, I don't know. Especially while there's not a better protein supplement option, because like, if you're like trying to bulk, like if you're trying to gain muscle, you have to eat just like a stupid amount of protein. Like, it takes so much. There's got to be a way. There's got to be like a way to condense that shit down and just like get it all. Actually, isn't that what spirulina is? Isn't spirulina technically like the highest density protein? Spirulina. I would like an answer to what spirulina does for you that isn't just fucking AI. Four grams of protein, but 1 tablespoon of it. How much protein? I mean, like, I guess if we were gonna try, because it says 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. So for me, that's like 130 odd, or around 150 grams probably. So I would need to take like 40-ish tablespoons of spirulina. Oh, this is bullshit. It's gonna be hotter. Chicken is very good for protein. Eggs are usually pretty good for it, I think. Is AI? I think so. I should do that. God, AI shit, I can't. Actually, funny story. My work has like replaced our entire support line with AI. And I'm the only one in my fucking office who apparently is like willing to stand up and be like, this is bad because it's wrong and it lies all the time and we're gonna violate serious regulations. And everyone's fine with it. And then last week, my boss was not helpful to me and just kept saying, well, just ask the chat bot. Like, it's supposed to be the assistant. It's supposed to help you. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I will. And I did. And I followed its instructions, and then I broke a rule and I got in trouble. And I said, fuckers, you people told me to use the AI. I didn't want to. I have never wanted to. I told you guys it was wrong. I told you I needed help, but you refused. So now we're all in trouble. Now we all broke a rule. We all did a regulatory violation. Fuck you. Because I checked. I did what I could. But like, they've actively let our system degrade. Like, our internal systems to search up the functions for ourselves have degraded. Because they've just been like, well, we'll just let the AI handle it. The AI will find all your answers for you. And so I'm like, no, look. Do we want to keep getting in regulatory trouble, or do you want to do your fucking jobs, everybody? Honestly, the plus side is that I'm hoping that I'm high enough in my position right now that I don't have to worry about getting fired by, or like replaced with AI immediately. But like, I don't know. I'm honestly just hoping it dumbs down a lot of my like higher ups, because like, I'd like their jobs. These people are making like $100,000 a year to let the computer that's stupid and lies do their thinking for them. Like, as a high guy, like, I mean, like, part of it is that I just have like can't shut the fuck up itis. So like, I'm gonna be a bitch about it. I've been a pain about AI the entire time I've worked there, because we get customers who come in and will like unprompted talk about like the people who've killed themselves because of AI, or like the CSM that it makes, or CSAM. Like, it's, everyone hates it. And if our customers knew that we were relying on AI, or that we're supposed to, I don't, because I'm a grown adult with a functioning fucking brain. But like, I don't know. If our customers knew that we were using it, they would be very concerned, because our business has made some very big fuck ups recently in sectors that have specifically adopted AI that have cost us like hundreds of millions of dollars, which is like really cool and fun, and I like it a lot. It's like great. But like, everyone hates it. It's not good.
In fact,
it's so,
I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Also, yeah, to your point, Stitch, about chicken, really easy way to like improve stuff like protein intake is just like, if you're making something like ramen, just like cook a chicken breast and just throw it in there. Like, it makes it so much easier. Or like shredded chicken for like, you can make shredded chicken in advance and it actually heats up really well, or like pulled pork, stuff like that.
Then,
like, the AI is
does that mean that the carpets were switched
also,
too?
oh, hold on. There's not even any consequences for it. This is the thing that pisses me off maybe the most, is that like there's no, when the AI tells us to do something illegal, all we can do is just give it a thumbs down and tell it to do the right thing next time. Which, like, no, you're the support desk now. It shouldn't be my job to fact check you. You're supposed to tell me the answer. Why the fuck are you here replacing our help desk if this is all you're gonna do? Like, the fuck? And nobody in my business is like, that's wild. But like, this is the thing though, is that it's always like I feel like I'm going insane at work, because I'm always just like, does no one else take an issue with the fact that we have no options? Hi, Tori. Glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing good too. Right, that sounds saying but like, because I'll tell them, I'll be like, I don't, like, we shouldn't be doing this. This is bad. It's stupid. It's wrong. It is like genuinely putting our customers at risk of like shit going very bad for them. Like, I don't really talk about exactly what my job is, but like, it is the kind of job where if I fuck up, like, if I fuck up bad enough, people's lives are like permanently ruined. Like, where we are in control, like, we kind of have a lot of people's lives by the balls, and we just, whatever, I guess. Yeah, no, I have bitched and moaned about it the entire time. Our district manager was in the building like a week or so ago, and he's a big fan of it too, because of course he is. Everyone in management fucking loves it because they don't know how people work. So like, they're like, yeah, of course I can totally replace people. And it's like, well, no, actually, but sure. And I wasn't going to say anything to him until one of my coworkers was like, yeah, and Viv doesn't like this new thing. And I'm like, Yeah, and he's like, really? Well, why not? And I'm like, well, okay, because it's real world applications are misinformation and CSAM and like revenge porn and the degradation of democracy and abusing artists and creatives. And like, I think that this is technology we shouldn't adopt because it's incredibly unethical. And he was just like, well, but it's useful. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to lose $1 billion and then you guys are going to get rid of this thing. And it's going to cost them another $100 million to hire everyone back that you fired for it. And then I am not going to get to say I told you so because you're still my boss. And yeah, like even setting aside all of the ethical issues, like you said, okay, like it's objectively just nowhere near reliable enough. Like you can't trust AI enough to replace a person because a person can solve a problem. AI genuinely is really bad at that. Like, because it has the same issue that art, or that it does with art with everything. Like, you can't tell it to be like, oh, this art piece, can you like maybe change this detail a little bit the way you can with a person? Because a person, when I say like, oh, maybe with this art piece, like, could there be a little bit more shading here? They can just go add the shading. The AI can't. It has to make a whole new art piece incorporating that piece of data. And we're saying art piece pretty loosely here. Like, that's how it solves problems too. If you say the building's on fire and it says, have you tried putting it out? And you say, I've tried putting it out, but I don't have a fire extinguisher. Can you tell me how else to do this? They'll be like, they'll have to start from scratch. I should use it. Yeah, exactly. Shipmaking machine on standby. Yeah. Well, because the shipmaking machine doesn't have labor costs and it can't unionize. That's a big part of it. Sorry.
But why would anyone do that?
I hate it so
to
much.
move the
And it's
murder
making my
scene from
coworkers
one
dumber.
locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the
on my
dead
side
body.
about all this stuff is
By doing
this woman who's been
the
there for a
killer was
million
able to
years
change the entire room
and
where
just
the
like
murder
can't be
took
fucked to learn
place.
how it works.
I can certainly
Well, a
follow
person
your reasoning, but why
is also
would
capable
the
of
culprit
correcting for a
bother
mistake,
doing that?
and the AI can't.
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room,
Uh-oh. We're getting
then
to
how
this
did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Isn't this also one of the few times they actually are allowed to like leave
To
the
get into the
courtroom
locker room,
during a
you
trial?
have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Yeah, I saw like it's
I
wild.
highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling
Well,
you,
that's the
I
thing. They
know
will
how
get
she could
bailed
have
out.
done it.
They shouldn't be. They should be sent to prison, but they won't be. See, right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? No. Okay, again, I think, okay, I have to be on easy difficulty. There's no way I'm not, but I don't think I ever would have set that. Because,
Is
like,
it really possible?
we've only ever had
Could
single
Chihiro
options
really
this
have
whole
gotten
time.
into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh?
I mean, maybe,
What thing?
but like, I
I'm
don't know.
talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
But it was broken.
No,
That's wrong. Yeah, there's a lot going. Look,
No, I
for all the
don't
things you
think
can say about
Chihiro
this
used
trial, you
Leon's
can't say
handbook.
they weren't going for it.
Why not?
They did not phone
Because
it in.
Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
This last place is just so much fun to do. I don't
Actually,
know.
the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of
Just
course,
once I
if
would
it
like
were
it if one of these
broken,
characters were
that
doing
wouldn't make
these
any
sort of
sense anyway.
rules lawyering just to like hook up with someone.
So then,
Celeste
she
is, like,
must have hacked hers, like I said.
Again,
She used her ultimate
what a
programmer
curse to have
skills
created
and...
Celeste and then still have to continue on with your career after
You
that.
can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't
Like-
use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Owie.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Kyo, shut the fuck up. Yeah, like, the character design equivalent of peaking in high school. And it's not like you didn't still go, like, Kamatsuzaki has made so many good characters. Like, it's been so good. But, like, God, Celeste is such a, like, just cut above.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
I
could go
agree
on
with
for
you, though.
ages.
I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide
Just
to open
about,
your
Daisy.
mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Mondo, shut the fuck up.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Yeah, dude.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
The way we're about to go and upskirt a
Well,
dead body.
to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Like, honestly, a lot of the blame here I think falls on Kyoko for doing this in like
wait,
the
wait.
least
Just
sensitive
what
way
do you
possible.
think you're
Like, that's,
doing?
I mean, maybe I'm
Don't
misremembering
worry.
exactly how this is
will
phrased.
make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Kyoko on her Jeff Varner
For
shit.
real?
Now then, what
Chihiro,
is
why
it
didn't
you
you tell
want to
anyone that
show
you're
us?
not-
It better not be boring, or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay. Yeah. Is this not a Jeff Varner moment? Or even knew I was having the class trial had been put on hold. Headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was... We watched the Jeff Varner clip on stream not long ago. I can't remember why, but we did.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Miss...
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
I don't keep up with Survivor lately. I keep wanting to get back into it. I just don't have time. I do want to go on it sometime, though.
Be sure to examine the
I meant to audition
entire
this year, and then I
body
ran out of
very
time.
carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Kyoko...
No, wait.
Oh, is it already airing? I wasn't sure if it was out yet.
Probably best if I don't
this
run
is
my
the-
hands all over a girl's dead body.
Oh, what was the premise of the season? This was the returning
not
cast,
that I'm
wasn't
creeped
it?
out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl
Right,
examine
yeah,
her.
it was like the fan vote thing, like what
so
they did
just
with,
leave this to me.
Was it Kageon that they did that for?
Sakura.
What
Or
is
am I getting
this?
that
Some kind of
confused?
secret girl on girl
Oh no,
action?
it was
Is that what you
Karon.
two are
That was the
about?
fan vote one, I think.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Put her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure
Yeah,
to
full
check her
fan dictated
entire body.
season.
And I believe
Kyoko,
we will
stop
solve
being
this
fucking
particular
weird.
mystery.
Her entire
In the hands of the
body.
fans, yeah. Well,
I
because there was
know
one where
you
they voted the
say
cast
that,
on.
But what? This is. What is this?
Okay.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Cambodia, yeah. Why was I think? I mean, how wrong? I'm trying to think of something else. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This
Second
this
chance, yeah.
girl is
Is what?
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Right. Yes, yeah, you're right.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
I mean, honestly, your joking rate is not like the most outrageous response to have.
It's really true?
Also, all of you act so horrified by this
Guy?
premise.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh?
You know what?
Interesting.
Between Kyoko and Genocide Jack, I think that Kyoko is the worst one.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Yeah, Sakura's like, how dare someone not be presenting exactly or in exact accordance with gender
I do
binary.
apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes,
Thank you, Akane.
well,
I'm glad you liked it.
I don't know his
That was
reason
a
for
fun one. It
hiding
was a bit of a
but
stressful
the
one
fact
to make,
is,
but I liked it a lot.
Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think Chihiro was actually a guy. Thought it never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
I'm flattered.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the
I don't know
girls'
why, it
locker
makes me happy when
room.
people are able to, like,
And the killer
Get
could have
repeated
easily
gender
used
animal.
Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls'
she's
locker
being an ass,
room.
but she's also just being, like, so weird. Everyone's searching for- Yeah, no,
Chihiro
like,
really was killed in the boys' locker room?
but I mean, like, I guess, because, like, I don't know, because it is, like, a thing where, like, the narrative does confirm that, like, Chihiro never, like, felt like a girl, but was just kind of, like, in disguise, and, like, was never, like, this wasn't a gender identity thing, or kind of was, but, like, it was more about, it wasn't really that, but, like, the framing of it is very, like, I don't know.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Like, and also the fuck part is that
Well,
literally no character is like,
I must admit, I
should we be
did
going
find
with
it
he?
rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Why are you calling Chihiro Clocky? What the fuck is wrong with you, Byaku?
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries
They
have
didn't
finally
exist.
become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Yeah, like none of the other characters really ever fact checked this. I guess they
Very
believe Sakura. but, like,
interesting. This has become very
What is Genocide
interesting
Jill? Yes.
indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
but like,
What
I don't
about
know.
you, Makoto?
Because like,
After everything we've learned,
even back
do
in
you still
like
think Byakuya's the killer?
2010, I feel like people would be like, I don't know. I feel like some people would be like, are we sure that we should be like, was Chihiro a boy? Like, surely there'd be some character who'd be like, at least a little bit like, are we sure? Because you could do that pretty easily and be like, because obviously later on they have more of a, like they explain it a bit more, but it's like at this point you could have one character just be like, hey, like, are we sure that Chihiro like wasn't trans or something, and just have Makima be like, nope, this is a whole separate thing. Like, not even explain it, just like be like, hey, yeah, like, don't worry, like, him is correct or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just something that kind of like, not like one of those moments where like you have to like pause and be like, okay, guys, this isn't actually problematic, but just like a quick moment that's like in character where the characters are like understandably a bit confused, or like someone keeps on fucking up the pronouns and being like, one of them eventually goes to Monokuma and is just like, hey, like, what the fuck are we, like, what is the correct answer here? Like, and just have Monokuma explain like just a bit, because it also would have fit for the case in general, like help kind of build towards what they're going for. I don't know.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Okay.
But
I mean, he keeps on picking all these
But
lesbians
I-
for all his killing games.
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
But also, yeah, the absurdity of Byakuya being
The way
like,
he's
yeah, I
acting,
could totally clock
it makes
Chihiro.
it seem like it doesn't have anything to
be
do with him.
serious.
And you think that might be because it
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly,
have
Caleb.
anything
Honestly,
to do with him?
that would actually be like a good way to kind of indicate how Monokuma has these boundaries around what he can say. Be like, ask Monokuma, and Monokuma can be like, well, I can't really tell you why, but like, yes, I do know this. And be like, well, why can't you tell us? Like a very, like what they did with like the body discovery announcement thing in Danganronpa 2, where they're like, okay, so like, does the killer count as one of the people who discovered the body? And they kind of have to push him on it before eventually he's like, yes, or I think he says, no, they don't count. But like, they use the rules against them in a way. Because it's also, like, that's a convention of the second case in every game. Like, that would kind of fit into it too, to be like, it's not just the players against the game, but the players against the rules themselves. Yeah. Yeah, and Byakuya is like, oh, it's because we have Chihiro here that we have to do the pronoun circle, then Chihiro feels bad. Then Monokuma kills him with a rock. But like, I don't, like, God. Like, I mean, yeah, part of this is obviously like we're looking at this from a lens significantly further in the future than this game, and like a lot of social progress has happened, but also just like, I don't know, it's like everything else in this case where it's just like, it's so weirdly handled.
Plus, the evidence he
and it
left
feels out of
behind was
place
a little too,
for these writers and
how can I
also
put it?
like
Overt.
this
He
game.
consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had
I mean,
any
to be fair,
effect
you
on
could have
me.
killed Chihiro and not really known that. I don't know.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons,
Well, like,
but...
Okay, so I will say, Stitch, the problem isn't that it's transphobic in the sense that like everyone should be she-herring Chihiro, because like within the narrative, that's not what Chihiro wants. It's the way that the narrative treats it as both like this, like as if that concept is not even like within the realm of possibility. And like they've made an assumption, and they've made the assumption correctly in this case that Chihiro does identify as a boy and just was in disguise effectively. But like, I don't know. It's like if you saw a male cheerleader and automatically assumed they were gay, and like even if they were, the assumption of it, like getting the assumption right, doesn't mean it's not still relying on some tropes and some stereotyping, you know? Yeah, like everyone immediately jumps like Chihiro is a boy, like no questioning of it. Like it's a very weird way of, I'm trying to think of like what else would be like a good example of it. I don't know. I that's the thing, is it makes this hard, or this case kind of hard to talk about, because it's like there is nuance to it. But like I mean, I think that definitely the way that Kyoko handles it is like, because Kyoko doesn't fucking know how Chihiro would have done. You know what I mean? Like Kyoko just is like using the reveal of Chihiro's genitals during a like feeling up a dead body to like have a theatrical reveal. Like that part is like, that's weird. Like that sort of stuff is where it's like, even if it's not literally a trans character, it's still using transphobia. Like, I don't know.
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
Hey Juan, I'm doing
He's
good.
right.
How are you?
I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter
Honestly,
it.
the fact that the killer is one of the only people who was like
Are you fucking with us right now?
genuinely trying to
No, I
protect
am not
Chihiro's
effing
like
with you right now.
again, remember
I'm telling you the truth.
this was Chihiro's
Well,
secret,
I
was
find
people
it
finding
very
this
hard to
out.
believe.
Which like
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
I don't know.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Oh, don't try to
Now
listen to
then,
Byakuya's bullshit.
If it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Yeah, literally.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Yasuhiro, buddy.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Shut the fuck up,
Do you
Yasuhiro.
not have a mind of your own?
What's that tweet that's
Of
like,
course I do. What am I?
I don't have any
ant or
principles.
something?
I just do whatever any pretty girl
Anyway,
says to me.
let's discuss this
And
all
it's
as a
like,
group
you
one
should
more
develop
time.
some principles.
We still have
You're
time
right,
to
I
make our
should.
decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. Also true. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
I got it!
I got it! The crime scene was the boys' locker room. You need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. I don't know why I'm not skipping ahead more. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. There's no way I'm not on easy mode. I just don't understand how.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps
Oh, I realize
someone
that
saw the
takes away
victim
time,
at some
fuck.
point.
I thought I was
Even
just dicking
that
around.
might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to
Yasuhiro-
know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong! I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all
God.
making such ugly noises.
The way her
Whatever,
accent just
hurry up and tell us!
like flexes in and out. It's so
It was
fun.
last night, right before nighttime. I saw
Moira Rose
Chihiro
would have fucking loved
in
Celeste.
the dormitory warehouse.
Actually, Moira Rose playing Celeste in the universe
I saw
of
him
Schitt's Creek.
stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted
Also,
whoever
this
he
is the
was
thing,
meeting
is that,
with
like,
very much.
Even though Chihiro isn't
Enough
trans, it
so
really
that
is
he was
playing off of
willing
like
to
an
risk
outing
his secret being
and like
revealed.
hiding gender, being in the closet. Like, it's
What a
playing off
marvelous
of that so much.
friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
I don't think so.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
I mean, I did do it a little bit for the VoD
Even if
video,
we
getting
had
some
the
footage,
equipment
but
for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag
maybe
was
it's someone.
just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. God, this is annoying me that I'm apparently on an easier difficulty, because I don't think I set that.
First of all, we know
Still
where
gonna get things
Chihiro
wrong,
was
but,
headed.
like,
He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
So I'm setting a track jacket and just duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
If you're Mondo, that's not a hard comment to
As
pass
a
off. Just be
matter
like,
of fact,
I don't know. I
it
just assumed
was
blue because I thought all the
blue?
boys had blue ones.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
the only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known
So
what color the
cheating.
tracksuit was
When are we getting an Among Us snap set in here?
is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about
Cherry's
it?
kind of
Did you
innocent,
see the
yeah.
tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, And he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Like, if I'm Mondo, what I say is like, what would your excuse be? I think your best bet would be to be like, I was gonna go work out in the gym, or work out at night because I work better at night as like gang leader, whatever, like, you know, night owl. Opened the door, saw Chihiro in there, panicked and ran off because I didn't know what to make of a girl being in the locker room. Like, I feel like that's an excuse you could.
Yeah.
Well, then people would be like, well, why didn't you say anything? It's like, well, because I don't know, I thought it'd make me seem suspicious.
But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However,
so
Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Again, if this was the like, if you're in Mondo's situation, I mean, A, he's kind of already lost his cool, so he's kind of fucked. But like, genuinely, I think if your excuse was like, I went to go exercise, I was like going in there, I opened the door, I saw Chihiro, I panicked because I thought I saw a girl in the boys' changing room, and just kind of left and didn't know what to say about it, and then was gonna mention it the next day, but then Chihiro was dead, so like, I thought it would seem suspicious if I was like, yeah, I saw them, so I just like didn't say anything. But like, I don't know, it wouldn't like get him out of there, like it wouldn't be enough to save him probably, but at least be like a lie that you could tell to excuse why you would know the tracksuit color. You can be like, there was someone else in there, I saw a matching blue track, I immediately panicked and left. Like I was not paying enough attention. Like I think you could probably get away with that until we got to the sauna. Well, even then though, like, I mean, obviously, like, by this point, there's a pretty limited number of suspects, but like, I don't know. I think as a Hail Mary, it would work a little bit.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
Thanks, Jill.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly
I'm
as
just
frightful
the
as someone
confused
capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo,
Love them being side by side and still
was it
staring in the
really
middle.
you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Honestly, it would look better though if we got to the
didn't kill
sauna.
anyone.
Because like Mondo cracks under the
You've been
slightest
all
pressure.
over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
But like, I think if like,
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn
if
criminal?
he'd been able to keep his cool until we got to the sauna bit, I think it would also work a little bit
He
better.
would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Wait, is Mondo's voice actor Torbjorn?
Weren't you telling me
That's also
you'd found some evidence?
Really?
I totally can hear.
What kind of evidence?
Incredible.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly,
All of them would have
it
explored their
might
bodies. It
not
would
be
have
all
been
that
different.
relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
On the ground, right? It must be, or it must belong to. No. Belongs to Mondo. I have mine.
Shoot!
And I guess Chihiro's.
I got it!
I don't know why I thought it was
We know
Mondo's.
Chihiro's handbook was missing
why it
from the
would've been
scene of the
Mondo's.
crime, right?
For
I think it
fact.
actually is Mondo's, is it not?
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Oh no, I guess unless he broke
Then
that.
it must
Yeah,
hold
that
some
makes sense.
clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted.
Busted.
It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Celeste's voice actor to be an Overwatch character.
That's odd.
I wanted her to be the
didn't think
Hashimoto
handbooks
girl.
were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
Actually, imagine.
They're
Wait,
totally waterproof and shock
the
resistant.
Hashimoto
It would
Overwatch
take
girl.
an awful lot to
but
break
she's
one.
like Lolita Celeste Ludenberg style. Yeah, he says in the handbook. Doesn't mean it's his. Yeah. No, he said I have mine right here, didn't he? Wasn't that specifically what he said? Hold on. Yeah, he says, but I have mine.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
One possible explanation. By hitting its weak point.
I got it!
Got
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can
Also, honestly,
only
the reason why this
assume that
chapter has so many
someone's
weird
figured
little
out its
problematic bits
weakness.
is that, like, without them, this case takes
You
5
know
minutes.
what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally
Alberto's-
break!
I mean-
flippin' knew it!
Shut up if you're
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh, okay, he did know it.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't
Yeah,
get
whether
burned,
he's been- okay, let's just
huh?
see.
It's
What is it right now?
because as your
It's been,
sweat
like,
evaporates, it
around
creates a
-5 for a
cooling
while
layer
here.
of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
Yeah, like, all we get's, like,
you'd
hovering around freezing,
definitely
but, like-
get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around.
I think the only two
So
places I've
when
ever heard a
you're in a
sauna
sauna,
explained have been this
make
game
sure
and
to keep
Inescapable.
nice and still.
Yeah, you guys have had some weird weather lately.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
I don't know why. Why is his face doing that? This is also how I learn new facts. Just really angrily. Also, we're gonna run an ad now because we're getting close to the ending of this section, I think. Yeah, we're gonna be close. So run the ad now, get it out of the way for the rest of this, because then it shouldn't cause an issue. That's not bad. Let's see, 148. Don't shake any facts. Only a little bit, but I try and keep it subtle. Anyways, okay, I will see you guys in 3-ish minutes. Okay, we're back. Also, sorry, I just realized I didn't tab back into the game, so we couldn't see us doing the whole time. But also, hold on. The on-run stuff? Hold on. Let me go over here. Onron in okay, so for people who aren't keeping up with Overwatch, Onron, I think Warren was the one who said that like they are changing her face, like they've heard it, they're listening, but like it just takes time. But like I think
and feedback that you've all shared, and I wanted to take a moment to address one thing in particular. The team is currently discussing what it will take to make Onron look and feel more like the fierce older sister that we all envision her to be. We're so proud of the work that our team has.
Oh yeah, I mean like to be fair, they kind of had to, because like Overwatch has always had this issue of like same face syndrome. And like there have been some cases where it's a little bit overstated. Sometimes it's like it's been pretty egregious at some points, but like I think this is the like truly a tipping point where everyone's like, we've already seen what she looks like and this is not what she's supposed to look like, and it's just ridiculous. And so like yeah, I mean honestly I would be very surprised if a lot of people within Team 4 or whatever it was didn't feel this way before and were kind of just roped along and are sort of like, this is what we wanted her to be, but we just were told to do something else. Or like I don't know if I would include necessarily Aaron Keller or whatever, but like I would be very surprised if the Overwatch team was like just hyped to make yet another character. Same face character syndrome. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think like because it is just pretty egregious with Honor. It doesn't look right for her. And like, I think it's really cool that like the voice actress, Faria, was speaking up about it. Because like, obviously it's not like it's like some big, huge like civil rights issue or something. But like, I do think it's kind of nice that people are not only excited for things to be better with Overwatch in the near future, but also like are still expecting it to actually like fully be better.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
I'm excited to see what Onron actually ends up looking like.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna,
plus now we get to have another weird fun fact thing about Overwatch where it's like, do you know
the killer
Onron used to
must
have a
have been
different face?
purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
What if they'll just redo all of the marketing material for her?
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone,
Why
right?
is the game lagging? What is happening? This is Danganronpa. How does it lag?
Indeed.
How is it only on Owie?
Mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Owie, what is going on with you?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their
Well, and
own
also-
handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness?
And Ray Mizuki are
and
busy
it
kissing in the
broke?
background. I guess I was really hoping the two of them would get shit
They'd
together, but I
realize
think
it was
everyone's
broken,
kind of decided that
course,
Mizuki
and
and
it wouldn't be
belong together,
hard
which I
to
will
figure out
accept.
why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? You should have spent more time on Kiyotaka being gay for Mondo. I think that's maybe what should have happened. They want to wear all their clothes into the sauna.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
I do kind of wish Danganronpa would do a better job in general of like
Why do you keep accusing him?
not setting every detail
Mondo
up in
and
the same
Taka
chapter
had
where it
an
matters.
endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
It would have been kind of cool if this maybe came up in a later chapter. I mean, I guess I don't know.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize,
I've learned
he
from
also
Sasha.
left his handbook in one
No
of his
more asking for
uniform
just any
pockets.
amount of clear rep. We have to be picky. Otherwise, we get Sasha.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
I don't know. Giving Mondo and Taka a chance to have like a even just like an Aoi and Saka.
He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Flashback sequences is true. I mean, they're gonna do them anyways, so like, I don't want to believe it either. But I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. So you guys see that the Kadaka and Uchikoshi did an interview about 100 Line where they talked about maybe adding more students?
Let's test
And we might
Makoto's
finally actually get
assertion.
those extra 16
If what
dorm
he
rooms
says is correct,
to
then
do something.
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Marcos. Oh, that does work. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
I mean, look, what's more trigger-happy Havoc than a
The
homosexual
handbook
being
you
willing
have
to
right
kill
now.
everyone just to protect
Is
their
it
love?
really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have
broken
2 nickels,
handbook that was
which
in
isn't a
the
lot,
main
but it is
hall.
weird that it's happened 2 times.
Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
Oh my god, Mondo and Taka are just
What I
way
mean
insane.
is, I think Mondo swapped his
I have,
handbook out for
one of these
that
days we're gonna go back
actually
to 100
works.
Line and play some more routes. I really want to. I
think he took Leon's handbook and
I
replaced it
still
with
want
his
to leave it
own.
for a little bit. See how train stuck by him.
After all,
Are either of them
Monokuma said
DL?
himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to
shit, sorry.
destroy it.
I mean, I guess no. I shouldn't be
So
complaining about the
then,
like don't set things up
the
in separate
broken handbook
chapters
in
because
the
the handbook
main
is something they
hall
set up in the other
actually
chapters. So.
Mondo's, which would mean
fair.
that the handbook
kinda.
Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
Technically, it was set up in this chapter, but it was based on all the
Doesn't that
information from the
violate the
previous
school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
one. Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's how I
He's
look
got a
at it.
Playboy bunny.
There is a rule
like,
about
tan
loaning your
line thing
handbook
on
to
his
another
hip.
student. But if they're dead, they're not a student.
He's wearing a Trixie Mattel shirt as
It's
pajama
kind of
shirt.
a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Come on, bro.
You
Tell
are
him.
wrong. You have to be wrong.
My bro would never
Everything
do that.
You just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay,
Why?
then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
I don't know if that's actually like the right one, but. Yeah, they give you a lot of time in these. I don't know if that's actually the right one. Right. Like, oh wait, hold on. I feel like there's something I put in the wrong spot here. That's right.
Here's exactly what
okay.
happened.
That wasn't.
First, let's take a look back
Yes,
to
we'll
before
see.
the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the
Diva.
warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim,
Yeah, also,
who was
I hadn't
apparently
thought
a
about that,
girl,
but-
access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was
Yeah, so
really
now
a
let's swap
he,
it.
which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
I think
and
all the
attacked
victims, Chihiro is one of the ones that I'm just saddest for.
and that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Yeah, Chihiro's just like, he's such a sad one.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Yeah. I think
and
in a different
finally carrying
Danganronpa
the
game,
corpse
Chihiro would have
into
made it to the
girls'
end.
locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into
Like,
the
not
locker
even just like
room,
in a
of
better
course.
Danganronpa game, just like I think in a different one, they would have probably
But
had
this
Chihiro
alone
make it to the
doesn't
end.
prove that
And
the
part of what
killer
makes
was
this game good is that
necessarily a
like
girl.
a Chihiro can die. And it can just be this
After
sad
all,
thing.
Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main
But,
hall.
like, I don't know.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker
Also,
room
what is
without
the
much
size
problem.
of these handbooks? 'Cause sometimes they're framed like a tablet,
And
and
that's
sometimes they're framed like
exactly
a phone.
how the killer did it.
I'm assuming it's more like a
With the carpet and the
like an
poster they
iPhone,
brought with them,
I
they
don't know,
got to
14
work.
Plus or whatever. Yeah, well, it's,
They changed the
I mean, there's
layout
a-
of the boys' and girls' locker room. In what
it's a
you might
balancing act
call
because I think
a crime
V3's
scene
issue
switch.
in part of the case, or part of the issue with V3 is that V3 was too willing to kill too many good characters really
That
early
could have
on and
been
didn't
the
leave them
end
enough
of
to work
things.
with.
But no. The Yakuya discovered the
trigger happy
body
happy.
and decided to intervene
I don't
in
know
the
how you
situation,
retell. I mean, I guess I don't know how you
making
retell it
things
too. I
even
don't know
more
like
complicated.
narratively how you'd retell it within the universe of Danganronpa, but like I don't know how you'd retell.
So, after
this
stumbling
story.
on the crime scene,
Like I can't imagine how
he
you would
went and
get
grabbed
so
the
many of the
extension
iconic
cord
beats
from the library, and then
while
he
still
got
changing
to
it.
work.
It'd be fun to see them try for sure, but like, how would you get to like Genocide Jack?
He used the cord to string
Or
up
maybe you never
Chihiro's
reveal it. Maybe you
lifeless
just keep that
body.
one secret the whole way through. Or maybe you just kill Toko before it can be revealed.
Then, using the
don't know.
victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene
Honestly,
of the crime.
Oh, actually, you know what? If they redid this
wanted to
game,
create the
1000%
illusion
Toko
that
would be the one
Genocide
killed in
Jack
this
was
chapter with this
responsible for
motive.
the slaughter.
And it would be something entirely based off of this. And they would do the same, like, string the body up, except for now
And
it's
around
like,
the same
well,
time
it couldn't
that
be Genocide.
Yakuya
Like,
was
one,
putting
who's
together
Genocide
his
Jack? And
facade,
it turns out it was Toko. And they have to figure out,
the
like,
killer,
that would
having
actually be kind of
already
compelling. I
disposed
would
of
like that.
Chihiro's bag and other belongings,
I don't know.
arrived at the sauna.
Again, like, I know why they're probably only going to deal
There,
with
they
Danganronpa
plan
2,
to
but,
destroy
like,
the
it
last
would be
piece
fun
of
to see their
evidence,
interpretations of it.
Chihiro's handbook.
Like, there are a lot of games I really have zero interest in seeing a million remakes of, but, like,
And just as
I
the
feel
killer
like
expected,
I'd be
the
happy to
steamy
see them
sauna was enough
keep
to
going back to
ruin the
Danganronpa
electronic
games.
gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that
Yeah,
is
exactly,
because
right?
the sauna had already
Honestly, you could have
bred their
Byakuya
own
be the
handbook.
killer in that scenario. I
And that's
guess
how
that would
it
kind
all
of be like
played out.
make it really obvious that he's the one who did it. But like, it would be kind of an interesting way to invert the expectation of it.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Like Byakuya figures out that she's Genocide Jack, so it's like, oh well, if I kill her, frame it like Genocide Jack,
This can't be right.
and then use the fact that I'm the one who knows this information.
Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Like,
You
that would be
need
really
evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo's the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. God. I'll show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. And once it adds double time battles. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Talk about fever time and mega time. Bullet time battle. If you press the space key, fever time will activate. Time will be Okay, I mean, I guess we'll learn if we're on gentle difficulty because, like, we won't get any of that. Also, I need to remember what I think it's...
Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
I still don't have to
listen.
reload.
I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
This is going really slowly. I think it might...
I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
Okay, so we aren't on gentle.
You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
Fuck.
Show me some evidence.
I like this minigame.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
I do like the one in V3 more, although the music in that one is worse.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo
Big
must
if.
have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Also, I feel like it'd be kind of...
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Part of the obstacle with trying to remake this game would also be like so many of the cases hinge on like a specific reveal. Like, I don't know how you would kind of like, because if you come into this game knowing about Genocide Jack, knowing about Chihiro, knowing about, I mean, the antagonist in particular, because like the antagonist of 2, I think you can kind of work around that, but like, I don't know how you'd make that work with this one, you know? But like, so many of the secrets that are involved with it, I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be a fun challenge, I think, for them, if nothing else. Oh, we're at the end. We made money.
Bro, what are you
saying, bro?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank!
I don't really get how the
Who
lever
will you
voting
elect
works.
as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
God, I keep on remembering I need to do my Virtual Killing Academy streams. I just don't ever have time for it. The one part of this game that's weirdly quiet.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Black and the Killed Chihiro Fujisaki boys. Mondo Iwata. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way you would kill someone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of 2 men. Heated rivalry. Oh, for anyone who doesn't want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. Why is this not moving forward? He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, his world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I just don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Yeah, I mean, again, that would also be a more interesting outcome, I think, than... or not more interesting, but an interesting outcome. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. Well, I mean, like, gotta remember, Chihiro's been doing this since he was like 8. And has presumably been bullied like this his entire life, so like kind of difficult, I think.
Isn't that sweet?
Oh, hey Kyrie, thank you for the sub. How are you doing? Yes, thank you, welcome in. Sorry. Why is my mouse not working? And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. Because of the parents. Also, I'm doing well too. I'm glad you're doing good. But I mean, like, I think that is kind of part of this, where it's like, what are Chihiro? I mean, presumably, I guess we can assume that Chihiro's parents are fairly tolerant, accepting people, because they were like, yeah, sure, dress as a girl, we'll play along. Because presumably, if they weren't on board, they wouldn't have because like again, all of the Ultimates are like relatively famous to some extent. Like Chihiro would have had at least a little bit of a spotlight on him, so like they would have been having to actively not reveal the lie, I guess. Yeah. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. Chihiro's like,
Hey,
oh, do we? I don't know. Oh, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I think for Chihiro, it's a pretty reasonable approach. Dad, Ultra Despair Girl, he died. Oh, well, I mean, if his dad's an Ultra Despair Girls, that means that means that he would be the person that they were like, because that was the thing with all of them, right? Is like that they were all the characters that that were taken hostage in the first motive, right? So like, I mean, at least Chihiro liked him, right? Anyways, when he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be a good idea to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked... I think that's supposed to be Monokuma. Went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. Never told her what happened there. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot. Her brother explodes. Because he's also a swimmer. He tries to swim away. And that was a mistake. Whose relative was the... Hold on. Oh. It's invalid. Oh, he was Monica's brother? Oh, that's not good. Honestly, if I were Monica, I might have a reason to kill. That's funny. Let's see what we can find about that. Oh yeah, it was God. God, man, how did you tell? Just so much going on there. Anyways, and he thought that with, or only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. True. Well, I mean, she gets that in the anime, kind of. A little bit. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then, Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. Come on, game. Can my mouse please work? Thank you.
What is this?
Yeah, Kyoko, you could deduce all that, but not deduce a way to just reveal that secret a little more tactfully. Just a tiny bit. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Yeah, I can figure out what a child. Wouldn't that be something? He's dead. I mean, I think that you can still violate the dignity of a corpse. I mean, you shouldn't, but it is possible to do so. And I think that's what we're describing there. Anyways, meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. Well, I mean, again, there's a way to do it without telling someone to feel up the body. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and rumor or whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I just...
Gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Taya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Dio was gonna lose his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. What a truth and lies. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. Yeah, I guess I do like that parallel of weakness and strength. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I'd have no... Excuse me. Dying a bit again. At that point, it was clear I'd have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right around then Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me that all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living in myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
You making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn
Why'd you have to tell me all that? You're trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. Like, I just... Like, Chihiro must have just been so scared. Like, that... I think that's the part of it that I just feel so bad about with all... I mean, not even... There's... Every part of this one is just so, like, gut-wrenching. But, like, the fact that Chihiro was clearly just, like, undoubtedly was, like, just terrified in those last moments. It's so... I don't know. Don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
Why is my mouse, like, not working?
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Yeah. Look, he was officer. I didn't hit him with my car. He was just in my driveway. I don't know. Man, I can never take back. Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Here's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
Hold on. I want the ad to be hitting. You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. God, my voice is not like this. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh. Some toast? Yeah, but what will we put on our toast? It'll be so dry. Wait, Mondo, do you have a solution for this problem? Also, this is such a dumb reference. Whenever I see these tigers, did any of you guys ever watch Jenna Marbles? The tiger shirt that she got from Julian the one time? It's immediately what comes to mind. It just says two tigers on her boobs in a mesh shirt. Also, fully... I don't think I knew, or I've only ever seen this in the Simpsons movie and in this, I think. I think vagina. It's Mondover. Oh no. I still don't really understand what the implication of this is. Like, obviously I get, like, what this is. But, like, I don't really get how... Like, that is actually really fucked. Also, saying 2 times the fat? That's mean. Like, I just don't know why he's turned into butter. If you guys are like, yeah, it looks so... It's so unpleasant. Laugh at death and your soul will be forever at peace. It can't be my brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. I want you to feel. Wait, fuck. What is it? Alexa, play Feel by Victoria Duffield. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Again, they are just giving it 110% in the voice acting booth. As Sokka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya?
What is
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Wasn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless. No emotion. Yeah, no, well, I mean, Makoto felt... Actually, no. When Sayaka died, he did. When Leon died, everyone was kind of like... And then they kind of just gave up. So it's just calm, emotionless. But I know the truth. Like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late when I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But... Damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. I'm having a stroke. The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I never stooped to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Oh,
riled
so
up.
cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. Not Fossil. All our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it all amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. My God, mouse! Ruining my flow.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
To be fair, when was their time to?
Well, no
Everyone
biggie.
moved pretty fast on that.
Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their
Somewhere in this school.
friends.
Bum, 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 bum. Boy's Life of Despair. Oh no, we're getting the cum scene transition. God, again, these graphics are so good. To be continued. The Crazy Diamond Present. Okay. And that is where we're going to end this one. I managed to actually stretch it out to almost 3 hours. Like yapping a whole bunch. Who's live? A lot of people. Well, let's see who's. Let's see. I think George is 16. She's so skinny, she's just hiding somewhere in the school. Who could ever find her? Let's see. I just want to make sure that they're not AFK. Oh no, it looks like they're talking. Okay. We're gonna raid out to. Oh, wrong one. God, I'm tapping into all the wrong things. We're gonna raid out to Carita Arvos. I put the raid messages in. Just thank you everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. So there's a raid message for subscribers. And for everybody else. And then we're gonna start the raid. Yes, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Buppo. The game's really starting to heat up. Thank you, K-Bub. Thank you, Stitch. Thank you, Curie. Hope everyone had a good time. Thank you, NJD. But yeah, whether for some of the stream, all the stream bits and pieces, all that good stuff. I hope we had a good time. Tomorrow we'll be doing Overwatch. I have to stop myself from saying Overwatch 2 because it is no longer Overwatch 2 as of tomorrow. We'll be trying out all the new characters and having fun with that. And then, yeah, I don't know. The rest, there's going to be a new video out. All that fun stuff. Oh, you're too early. Anyways, okay. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Peace out. Goodbye. Abah. And be sure to say hi to Carito for me.